Why did they do this whole Planet Earth thing for the Sega CD?
I think it's mostly to mask loading times.
Mask loading times?
Whenever you think, well, there must be an artistic reason for this, the answer is no.
Loading?
Probably not. So do you have history with NHL 94?
I do. And how do I say this? I feel like I found out that this year I'm not very good at it because of you.
That's weird. Why would you say that?
Because
elaborate more on your suggestion.
I played NHL 94 most of the time by myself. I didn't really play it with people. So this was an alone game. And now, yeah, I don't know. This year we've been playing more of the hockey stuff together. And yeah, I guess I suck. But who knows? Maybe I'll be victorious today and win.
Now, would you describe yourself as well, esports level in the past in your imagination?
So NHL 94, NBA Street, Hot Shots Golf.
Hold on, while you're lying to our audience, can you tell me what team you want to play?
Give me Steve Yzerman, buddy.
Red Wings, all right.
Give me the Red Wings.
I'm gonna go the long way around. This way you can dig yourself a deeper hole.
But no, man. I mean, I love NHL 94. I started on 93. That was my first EA hockey thing, NHL 93, and then yeah, my buddy, one of my friends gave me 94 for my birthday, and it was quicker. But as we know, this version for the Sega CD is the quickest.
Yeah, and most importantly, by far, is you can hear Ron Barr's dulcet tones.
Oh, Ron Barr
describing hopelessly out of date information.
This guy.
The Stars' new home in Dallas, of course, because they moved from Minnesota. Doesn't help you right now, the fact that they're a new team, the Dallas Stars. We're just going to skip.
Yeah, no.
Is how I feel.
We've seen it a million times. I'm sure the folks at home have seen it a million times too.
That's right. Yeah.
So I think we're good.
So, just for clarity, I'm gonna put no mercy on you, basically.
That's fine. I want to listen. Just do what you always do, and I mean, I got my moves. So let's see what happens.
Yeah. Now I'm hoping that I remember somewhat what the controls are for this game, and that I don't embarrass you entirely. But if it's close, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, and we'll call it a win.
I have an analog.
Yeah.
That's more of an advantage that I've had from before.
Yeah.
Oh, the move!
No. Oh, look at this.
Oh, that never happens.
No, it didn't happen.
So,
it must be the fact that we're recording. It's something like that.
A little stage fright there.
Did you finally learn how to use speed boost? Because that would be big for you.
No, I don't know.
And of course, I've drew a penalty because the refs are rigged.
Holy, he just got.
Meanwhile, Dino Ciccarelli is out of the game. I knocked him into a black hole sunned him.
He went into the fourth dimension. No, I don't know how to do speed boost.
Oh, two penalties. Oh, two penalties.
This is a first. We're getting off to a very interesting start here.
I mean, you playing on a 5-on-3, is it theoretically an advantage?
No, because listen, there is such a thing as beginner's luck. Let's see how this goes here. Okay. I waste no time.
You got a breakaway, so that's a good sign.
I waste no time with when my goalie has. This sound, the sound on this version though is a big deal though.
Yeah, I like the sounds of the music after you score a goal, and I think that's a real improvement on the other versions of the games. Also, the Super Nintendo version just always seemed to me to run at a slower frame rate, but that's all I had growing up was the Super Nintendo version, so I wouldn't have known back then.
No. And I mean, who do you know that had a Sega CD that you could actually play?
Sega CD, the Costco,
the Costco kiosk.
Yeah, that's about all. In order to play a game, you either had to befriend the weird kid who lived down the road, or like pretend that you wanted to go buy something at the Toys R Us.
Dude, I was the weird kid down the road. I didn't have a Sega CD.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm just saying that there's a lower rung to you, Dusty.
There's an even weirder kid out there who had Sega CD.
This was the kid who like picked his scabs and ate them.
Oh no!
You didn't do that.
I didn't do that.
No, that's below even you.
What? So this whole thing though, so because I know that you mentioned before to me, you talk about you talk about in our modern times that there's a lot of people out there, what is it, for emulators or ROMs, they update the rosters for teams and they just continue on with this stuff?
Yeah, so for the Sega Genesis version, they'll take the people who are convinced that this was the sort of apex of video game hockey will take the... Oh, for God's sake. Did you black hole sun me? Oh, you did.
I got a penalty.
Oh, Vladimir Konstantinov. Oh,
man.
They'll take... Oh, and now look at that. It's a 5-on-3 the other way.
The tables have turned.
they'll take like Sidney Crosby and Connor McDavid and Austin Matthews, and they'll input the data, and so finally, and they've done this for a while. So finally, you can play as the Atlanta Thrashers in NHL '94, which is everyone's real goal in life. I
don't know why EA doesn't capitalize on this. They should just make they should do exactly that. No.
They did an NHL '94 rewind, I think, for God knows which version.
Oh my gosh! Well, I guess
orders restored. I don't know.
Wear it off.
I don't know what year they did the NHL '94 rewind, but I think Ovechkin was on the cover. But it's a sad state of affairs when people are buying the $70 Xbox One game in order to play NHL '94. That
a little bit. It's kind of crazy.
Have you seen NHL '94 played at like high-end tournaments, like esports?
No, dude, never.
It's kind of slower than I expected it would be.
Mother.
Mike Modano, greatest player of all time. Thank you very much. It's kind of slower than I expected, and I think the main distinguishing factor is people are a lot better than you, and they use manual goalies, which to me it starts not to look like hockey, and it starts to not look like NHL '94. Because people will just like rush, like the goal, they'll just play the goalie and they'll run into you without even making any of the save animations. It just seems less of a game.
Oh my God. That's it. Getting heated. Getting a little angry.
The
one-timers, that's why.
Yeah, it's turns out passing is good. And I have a feeling that I would do terribly in those leagues.
Well, there's people that just, that's all they play, man. I mean,
it's like Super Smash Brothers Melee.
It's like, the guys who do the Mario 64 speedruns. Like, guys, I don't know.
I don't even remember McPhee. He's probably like some fourth line scrub, came up from the AHL, and that's only because the other guy got like shot on the way to the stadium. I say this, but he's probably like a really good NHLer. These
one-timers, man.
Just like learn how to do them then.
Oh, the second period. I thought we were in the first. This game, it's an easy play, man. It stood the test of time. It's the best sports game, this one, I think.
Is it better than Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball though? Oh, that should have been a goal.
I bought.
Meanwhile, Chris Osgood just lying on the floor like a giant.
Boys. I got a beach volleyball game for the PS2 a little while ago.
Which one's that?
I can't remember what the name of it.
Is it like one of those budget titles published by like Agitech or one of them?
It was made by Acclaim.
Random publishers.
Made by Acclaim. It's actually not that bad. And
is it an extreme volleyball though? Like, are there like spikes and?
There's spikes. There's there's no official human characters that exist.
Because of course you would have recognized the real life volleyball pros if the
it's all
sponsored by Dave Meir or BMX type of thing.
It's just one of those fun beach volleyball ones, and then it's pretty good, man. I gotta look that up.
Oh, that's a bad move.
Boys, where's my boy Iserman here? What's going on? That's it. You know what?
I don't remember who I knocked out for the entire game.
That's it.
But you're only down 3 goals, so that's a win in my book.
I'm just gonna get really aggressive and rough, and I'm gonna start to injure your players, because that's what we do when we lose. We just
tried the spin-a-rama, Patrick Kane.
boys. Seriously though, what is turbo?
Turbo is the same button as the shoot button when you don't have the puck.
Oh.
Yeah, so that would have helped you monumentally.
Oh,
so,
man, oh man.
It's the same as check.
This is gonna be.
You can't turbo when you have the puck. It's
no, I know,
yeah,
I know.
Well, I don't know what you know and what you don't know. Oh, come on. Modano should have taken that in stride.
Holy.
Darian Hadger with the clutch interception.
The music, the music in this one though, man, it does not play as much as it does in the Super Nintendo version.
Yeah, that's only because I'm not scoring as much as you're used to playing when you play against a computer.
The Super Nintendo version, the music is off the charts. And I don't know if it's because they're just masking a lot of, the bad sound effects in that one. I don't know what they're trying to do, but it plays a lot more.
The thing is, I remember, this plays like the Super Nintendo version as I remember it. It plays that well.
Yeah, but then when you go play the Super Nintendo version, it's not good.
It's slow and unplayable. Are we doing another one? Or?
Let's do another one.
All right, would you like to stay at Detroit?
Give me Montreal. I want to make a lot of people out there upset. All right. Give me Montreal.
I will play
especially the Toronto Maple Leaf fans.
I'll play as the Sabres for unknown reasons.
They're look at that. They're both the same.
I don't remember who played on the Sabres in this era. It might have been Pat LaFontaine and is Hasek in it? Do I want to wait for Ron Barr to go through this as slowly as possible to name a single player?
No, Ron Barr.
The director of hockey operations is John Muckler, so keep that in your back pocket if there's a trivia night one day.
What? It's funny. Why didn't Ron Barr? Why didn't it? The way that Madden became Madden for football. Yeah. Why wasn't it Barr's NHL?
Because I think you and I are the only people who have fond affection
of Ron Barr.
Yeah, Ron Barr. Yeah.
I wonder what Ron Barr's doing.
Maybe if
now.
it was Ron McLean's NHL Hockey Night in Canada.
I guess that would make sense. No.
Well,
it's kind of crazy that the Hockey Night in Canada, they never did anything with that name or with that franchise. They never did anything with video games. They just played it safe, man.
Well, I don't think that they really needed to play any more dangerous than they had. They're making a mint off of Hockey Night in Canada.
But it's just weird.
I mean, how many more suits did Don Cherry really need?
No, but it's just they didn't do. I guess what did they do?
Is that LaFontaine? They did nothing.
They did a bunch of promo stuff. They just did commercials for food or commercials for that was it, man. They didn't do anything for video games. No. They should have.
But there's a real question as to whether or not Hockey Night in Canada as a brand would play in the United States. I remember this was on was it 93 that was on Wayne's World?
What
was there was one film that had
Chasing Amy had they were always playing. Right. Chasing Amy, they were playing. I remember the game was he was Hartford or something.
Yeah, the Whalers. Yeah, so that would have been 93, or maybe it was no. I don't know when the Whalers left for Carolina.
I can't remember. Who did the Whalers become?
The Whalers became the Carolina Hurricanes.
Carolina Hurricanes. That team, when I was at Toronto Maple Leaf, when I was a Leafs fan, Hurricanes broke my heart. I can't remember which year it was. I think it was 2003.
I mean, if you're a Leafs fan, there's a lot of heartbreak in your life.
No, I know, but I actually this was the last year. It was the last year. And I remember because Gilmore came back. He came back from Montreal. The greatest hockey player, Doug Gilmore, came back to win the cup with the Leafs that year. And then he hurt I think he did 10 minutes of ice time, and then he got injured. Remember that?
I don't remember.
He got injured, and then
I vaguely remember the Leafs in the 90s being the team where they perpetually brought back old players who don't deserve a roster spot. Wendell Clark and
the problem with Leaf fans is that they're very sentimental, and I think they're very superstitious. So I like myself, when I saw Gilmore come back, I was like, well, this is a sign.
Pat LaFontaine, I was right.
Who? Where is he? Because I'm going to check.
It just required you to put the puck in your own net. I mean, this would have come right off of the Montreal Canadiens winning the Stanley Cup. So theoretically, you should, be whipping me right now.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you put the puck in your own net, that tends not to be. Oh well, you know what? Shut me up.
I got lucky there. Yeah, some people, they'll get killed for that in their country if they score in their own net.
That's like World Cup '94.
We're talking about you, North Korea.
I think it was.
They'll never hear this.
I think it was the Bolivian defender in /94. That got.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he got murdered. I think. No, it's no joke, man.
I know. I remember when Baggio missed the penalty shot. I was hearing stories that somebody set his house on fire or something. Is that true?
I don't believe that.
But who's to say, right? I mean,
the fire department, newspapers, they probably have a sense whether or not probably the most famous football player around got his house burned down. But I guess you're right. Who is to say?
I think it was the mullet that made him miss.
It was the braided mullet with the ponytail.
Braided mullet that made. Yeah. That game was a heartbreaker too, but no. But you want to know? I guess it was '94.
Yeah, the World Cup.
Well, who won? Oh wow, tie game. Who was? Well, Montreal won in '94 the cup, right?
They won the '93-'94 season. Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
I want to say that's right.
But what was the game where? What was the game when Gretzky
high sticked
against the Leafs?
He high sticked Gilmore in the conference finals,
and he blew the chances for those.
I mean, let's be fair. They probably wouldn't have won anyway because they're the Leafs. I had no interest in the Toronto Maple Leafs ever.
The thing is, though, who wants to watch two Canadian teams go against each other in the end? That's kind of boring, man.
The Molson family.
That's like watching the Yankees go against the Mets. Like, who cares at that point? It's like, then it's just like this. It's just one state or city that's just rooting. It's boring, man. You need.
No one cares about like the Arizona Coyotes versus like, whatever. Like I like from my perspective as a Dallas Stars fan, there's no such thing as a Stanley Cup better than '99, but who cares about the Dallas Stars versus the Buffalo Sabres? No one cares about them. I gotta imagine that the records, the ratings during that series are probably as low as they've ever been in hockey.
But right now, I guess what's like the dream matchup? Like who would it be?
Depends who you're asking. Like if you're asking for fans, then like probably Sidney Crosby's Penguins versus, gosh, I don't know. I don't know who. I mean, probably Seattle. Probably people would want the Kraken to win because, the storyline and all that. The Avalanche will probably attract a lot of fans because of Nathan McKinnon. But
you know what I wanted to say, and I don't know if you saw this. The Las Vegas.
Yeah, the Vegas Golden Knights.
Man, those helmets. There was one game, dude. It like they were trailing that because of the light that they had gold helmets. It was ridiculous. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah,
that was offensively. Like, I feel like they did it to just mess with the other team, but at the same time, the other players got to look at that or those helmets.
Yeah, it's one of those. It's hockey's what like you said about the Leafs being superstitious or Leafs fans being superstitious. It's one of those things where it's like if a hockey team wears a certain jersey and they have like a terrible losing record with it, like that's it. That jersey's dead to me now. And I'm pretty sure that the Golden Knights only won a single game wearing those awful golden helmets. You know those helmets reminded me of like the helmets that like if you're a kid.
Buddy, they look like if you went to Party City and that's and you want to be a hockey player for Halloween. Those are the helmets that they give.
It's like it's like you go to a store. R.I.P. Dale Howard. It's like if you go to a store and your mom says, "Hey, do you want you want to play hockey, right? How about this helmet?" And it turned out she bought it at like Dollar Tree or something. I suppose if a team was going to wear gold helmets, I guess the Golden Knights make make quite a lot of sense.
Well,
but they're ugly. They're
your name
terrible.
is Golden, I would imagine, but I want to believe that it has to do with Vegas and, I guess the aura of Las Vegas.
By the way, I just don't want to let it pass that I scored a late game winner with Dale Howard shotgun.
I gotta say though, this is the closest that the games have ever been here.
Yeah,
what's going on? You friggin'! I remember this one time I lost like 8-1.
Yeah, I think I have a recording of that.
And I was Team Canada.
Yeah, I think I might have been the Anaheim Ducks or the Ottawa Senators, and I still beat you.
The worst team.
Yeah, historically, you've been really good at bad hockey games.
We will get to that in the future, but today it's the greatest one, NHL 94.
Shall I be just someone like abominably bad, like the Ottawa Senators?
Yeah, let's see how good
San
you
Jose
are
is any good. I think like Arthur's Urbe was Tampa Bay. I think Tampa Bay was an expansion team then. Let's be. Yeah, it's hard to remember. Yeah, let's be the Sens. And who do you want to be?
I'll stick as Montreal.
Stay as Montreal. All right, brave choice.
Well, I gave
you a better team. I gave you a team that's better by one.
Do those arrows symbolize that? Yeah, that team is way better than.
Yeah, you have 3 arrows, which
Ottawa Senators.
They could have put 5, but that's just how it was back in the day. 3 arrows was the max. That's how you knew they were good.
That's how it was in 1994. If you were really good at something, 3 arrows.
That's right.
You had 3 arrows.
Bank accounts didn't even have dollar amounts on them in 94. It was just an amount of arrows.
Arrow.
Yeah. Made it really weird when you earn money. It's like, well, I got 3 arrows. There's no more arrows to earn.
What happens if you had 2 arrows?
That's it. They go loose back and you get 0.
Oh, weird how
your passes are so much crisper. Meanwhile, I'm like swimming in molasses here. Get an offensive zone face off.
Ron Barr. This should have been Ron Barr. This should have been Ron Barr's franchise. I mean, imagine how much they gave him to do the voiceover stuff, though, man.
You know what I mean?
I
don't think video games were really raking in like Ron Barr. Ron Barr was probably wondering if like the Sega Genesis was like a sequel to Backgammon or something. He had probably no clue. Like, oh, for the Nintendo? Like, no.
Well, they got to get him in the room.
It's like, no, Grandpa. It's, for the Genesis. It does what Nintendo don't.
Well, maybe that's what happened. Oh, maybe. Well, maybe it was like something where I don't know, like maybe he had a friend who's like, you should take this gig. If he is giving it to you, you should take this gig.
Maybe. Maybe. Like, I'm imagining Ron Barr was like the local commentator for like the Grand Rapid, like whatever Griffins or whatever the Grand Rapids team is. Then he gets called up and he's like, wow, I get to you video game, you call it? Oh yeah, I'll do that.
NHL related, I can be there.
$5,000, that can buy me a house.
You think it was $5,000?
That's how it was in 94, I told you.
We gotta find out. I'm curious. I wanna know
how's values.
Oh, where's
Smale?
That's it. I'm gonna injure your team.
Back in the day, you could just body check people,
In 1994, you could just there would be no repercussions. You could just body check people after the whistle and be like, you know what, that's okay.
Yeah, and then after the war of 1995, they're like, can't do it anymore.
And then when the graphics got better, they're like, no more.
So like Connor McDavid, who you may or may not know, is probably
I know him.
He like maybe the greatest hockey player currently alive. He said recently in an interview, it's like in the playoffs, I want you to call it the rule books. Now, what I suggest, I agree with Connor McDavid. The NHL 94 rule book, where you just body check people into oblivion after you score a goal. Just retribution, just not even composite six, just pure lumber to the back of the neck when you're celebrating the goal. And the ref just doesn't know about it.
He's a young guy, man. Well, I mean, I guess they all kind of are. Like, even Crosby's still young. How old is he right now?
He's 34.
That's so crazy because it's like, after 30, everyone's like, oh, he's not young anymore. And it's like,
he's practically dead. Sidney Crosby is practically dead at his age.
But the thing is, though, it's like, I guess for an average 30-year-old, yeah. But it's like, if these guys are using their knees every day of their lives, like, yeah, they're going to take a beating. It's like, by the time you're 35, it's like, you're going to be a little bit rusty, man.
As opposed to you and I, who never use our knees.
You and I, who never use our... legs and knees, and
I'm just prone all day. I have my legs tied to the bed.
I wake up in the morning.
Have people bring me my food. Because I earn 3 arrows every year. That was a pretty good goal.
I wake up. Listen, I know it's gonna be a good day if I wake up in the morning and my back isn't hurting.
Yeah.
Okay. Because that's.
Yeah. For me, it's just wake up in the morning.
Wake up in the morning and
it's like, oh, I'm alive. I guess I'll just go through this day.
My back is not hurting.
Yeah.
It's gonna be an okay day. Boys!
Whoa. All right, long pass. Oh, damn it.
Shoot it right in there. Oh, do you think someone in the crowd died?
Probably.
Maybe they died.
They don't show that in NHL 94 though. It's you have to wait till the mid.
At the end of the game, it shit's.
People died in this.
We played a game where you can. What was it? What was that hockey game where we played? You can kill, like you can beat the crap out of a couple people. The Bone game. Remember, it was the monsters or something.
Oh, Mutant League Hockey.
Mutant League Hockey.
Well, that's when you like fell into the. You would fall into the ground in Mutant League Hockey.
Boys!
Mutant League Hockey is one of those games which we'll eventually come to, but like I think people have fond memories of it because they borrowed it from Blockbuster Video, but it actually is not very good. I'm a big believer that most games that you played as a child are probably not very good.
And well, are we talking about sports games still, or what? Or just like any? Well, so I mean, dude, the Hot Shots and NBA Street, the original NBA Street for the PS2 is still pretty good. It did go a little bit downhill because they tried to do too much after, but I'd be curious to see what NHL Hits feels like now. You know what I mean? Like in terms of if it still holds up. I mean, I think it would. It's 3-on-3.
The NHL Hits came like when 3D graphics were slightly more mature, right?
Yeah, like it came. I remember it was around like because one of my buddies was playing it, and then he was playing Grand Theft Auto 3 at the same time, so it was kind of like,
yeah,
I guess in that era.
I can't.
Bomb! Rebound!
I can't imagine it. I can't imagine that some of those other games play particularly good. Like I had a hell of a time playing like NFL Game Day for the PlayStation, like 989 Sports Joint.
Yeah, anything 989 is not good.
Not ideal.
You like what?
Yeah.
You like a 989?
It's what my mom bought me. She bought it for my birthday.
Oh my, I don't know. Who are you, man?
You know.
Dude. The only thing that 989 I guess made that was kind of redeeming is when they took over Twisted Metal, they did a decent job on part 3.
Right.
Because they kind of had the foundations to like work off of. But I know there's a lot of fans of Siphon Filter,
yeah,
right?
Myself included.
And I think that was kind of it. Everything was just like not good. I mean, I liked Cool Borders.
Is that 99?
That's 989. Well, Cool Borders 3 I know is 989. I hope I'm not wrong. But
I'm sure someone will tell us in the comments.
Yeah, don't roast us if we're wrong on anything. We don't.
This is off the dome.
Yeah. No, I remember.
And like Dusty's being concussed with just how badly he's losing.
You know what? This is a good day. 3-1. We're the ocean. I gotta do the move though. Boys. Oh. Okay, that's it. Passing fiasco. A penalty.
Yeah. Well, I
tripping.
Yari Curry. Well, I brutalized Wayne Gretzky. I'll never recover from that.
989 Studios.
I seem to remember that like 989 Studios became Sony Bend, which is the I never played it, but I think it's the Days Gone developer. There was some kerfuffle about them recently that the developers wanted to make their own game, but they were getting saddled with making or like they tried to make a Last of Us remake, and there was some controversy about that. But needless to say, like other than my very peculiar love of Siphon Filter 1, 2, and 3, like I don't think 989 was a particularly like well-reputed developer.
No, they were. I just remember, man, whenever I used to see 989 stuff, I'm like, yeah, I'm not playing this. Like it just got to that point, and it's, you know, for good reason. I mean, like Sony.
My defender on a breakaway. There it is.
Oh my lord. Okay, that's it. Someone's got to die here. Someone's got to die. Yeah, no, they got rid of 989 or repurposed them for a reason. But the thing is, though, let's think about it this way: 989 was probably so overworked with the sports games and just like they were making rally games, they were making a ton of stuff, man. I don't really know any other developers aside from EA who had obviously they had more manpower and like more experience, but dude, 989 was they were a powerhouse of making garbage, but nonetheless they were a powerhouse. They were chugging stuff out for Sony. So we played 3 games.
Yeah, but let's call
I lost all 3 as expected. However,
you kept it respectable.
I'll
give you, let's call it best of 7, which means that just one more game is all we need to play.
Okay.
And would you like to be an all-star team? Or would you have any preference? Do you want to be, I think Mario Lemieux was playing in the Penguins at this time. Matt Sundin, perpetual loser in the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Surprise me. Give me. I'll give
you the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Give me the Leafs.
And you want to pick my team? Why don't you pick my team? I'm just gonna. Or how about this? I'll just go completely random. Why don't you tell me when to stop?
Stop.
Okay, Florida. Great. I gotta know who's on that team. But you got a hell of an advantage.
I have the 3 arrows.
Yeah.
So
Ron Barr does not like my chances here. But little does he know.
Who is that goalie, though, you think?
I think that's Mike Richter, but they...
See you at the party, Richter.
I think they just rotoscoped him.
Ha.
And they just put like EA Sports. Oh, God, who is on this team? Who is 39? Oh, my God.
Boys! Ooh. Look at the little pixel art in the middle of the...
It's so bad.
Does 94? I mean, did they have that for the Super Nintendo version?
Yeah. You mean the logo in the middle of the ice?
Yeah. I don't remember that for some reason.
Well, eventually we'll play the Super Nintendo version and then never play it again.
Wow, that was a quick one. Boys! Okay, this game's gonna be a bloodbath. Bloodbath! Oh, man. Is that right? Boys!
I just completely flipped him on his head. It's a penalty.
Yo, come on. I'd rather you just be in the box. I'm not gonna make this.
Listen, it's the rules of the game.
Gilmore! Oh, Gilly!
Just going up with like the slap shot.
I don't...
Rock'em sock'em hockey.
Listen, I got 2 moves in this game. That's it.
Yeah.
And that's how I...
You stop short and
I stop short! Slap shot!
That joke goes out to all the people who were alive in the 90s.
Or who are coherent enough to be a Seinfeld fan. Oh, the move! Oh!
Who was number 9 on the Leafs at that time? Oh, come on.
Is that Felix Potvin?
Yeah.
It's Felix again.
Oh, dear. Bob Rouse. You love to see it.
The Panthers are a violent bunch.
I'd say I'd lost someone important, but probably not.
Okay, no more messing around, Toronto. Let's go. Boys. Oh, man.
I'm going to play a little dumb chase.
There's the turbo.
Oh, how did I get the penalty?
Boom. Man.
Drake Bershevsky. Bershevsky?
Gilmore. Oh.
Just not Gilmore's night or career.
Come on, Gilly. Dougie. Man, you know, this game feels so good with an analog controller, like...
Oh, that's unfortunate.
That was a cheap goal, I will say, but a goal nonetheless.
So for transparency, then you're using a PS4 controller.
I'm using a PS4 controller because we're playing this on a Raspberry Pi here.
Yeah, and I'm using the 8BitDo 6-button Sega Saturn style or Sega 6-button Genesis style controller.
Yeah, this game feels great on on an analog stick here.
Yeah, I can't do it. I can't.
I'd be curious because
I'm weird with my controllers. I couldn't play it. I couldn't play a Genesis game on that.
I'm curious how, like, if you had an arcade joypad, how man, this should have been an arcade game. This would have been great. But I mean,
the Wayne Gretzky's 3D Hockey was on the arcade, and I remember playing that. I remember thinking it was not very good when I played it at the arcade. Oh, come on. Should be icing. Oh, no.
No, boys. Let's get it in there and yeah.
Oh, God, my goalie's so terrible.
Okay.
Come on.
No more messing around, fellas.
That'll be icing.
What a violent team, Florida.
Florida man. Savage is a Toronto-born player.
Oh. Wow.
It's just man-on-man violence.
This is war. This is war.
Oh, that is poppin'.
All right. Okay, boys. Let's get it in there. I'm going to check your goalie. Yeah, automatically. You can't check the goalies.
No.
Oh, man. He's out cold. Roughing.
If I don't score, I think this will be the first game that you take a lead into the third.
You think so?
Which is all that means is that you're going to be subjected to further punishment the next game.
How long are we going on this? How long have we been?
It's best of 7. That's
best of 7? Okay.
And I'm doing 5-minute periods, so it's not like it's not like I'm putting you to the rack, really. If anything, you're controlling admirably. I think maybe you've been practicing.
Meanwhile, I have not played this game since the last time I.
Meanwhile, I'm playing Sackboy, trying new games, and you're like, I got to get better at this.
Well, I also think because I've been playing Jersey Devil. I think it's been training the hell out of me.
How do you not take that puck in your stride?
He's down! Oh my gosh. What's going on?
So far the only goal of this game is when I put it in my own net.
Was it in your own net?
Yeah, well, it wasn't in your net because you're leading.
Totally don't remember that. My short-term memory is it's going here.
Oh, that's a bad idea. Oh, maybe it's a really good idea. It was nearly an excellent idea.
All right. Here comes the pain. Here.
If you actually win with the Toronto Maple Leafs,
I may have to reconsider. Oh, well, there you go.
Scott Mellenby? Is that a name from the 90s that existed?
Mellenby.
It might be. Well, we in the business call that justice, is what we call it.
Dougie! Oh. Come on, get the rebound, man.
Oh, come on. Up the boards.
Oh, Pat Burns is very upset right now.
Pat Burns. Oh, God.
The music is not as prevalent in this version.
They're probably so excited to have like samples of God, none of these players, like these 50 rated players, can take a puck. Look at that. Come on.
Well, you don't have 3 arrows, man. Oh, damn. You don't have 3 arrows.
All right, come on. I'm just gonna. Yeah. All right. Let's try that one. Yeah. All right.
Defensive breakdown on the Leafs.
Oh,
2 guys.
How did I get shoulder checked by your goalie who black holes on me?
You can't check the goalies. They're like Superman. They're steel.
Yeah, there's something about Felix Pavan coming out of his crease and then just shoulder charging my guy that sounds like it should be a penalty. But what do I know? Oh, I don't know what happened there.
And probably someone in the crowd died too, getting a puck to the face.
The main thing with these lower rated teams is that they just can't catch the puck if it's going down the ice. In most other respects, they're fine. I think the Islanders might be like quietly one of the better teams in the game because they have some of the best players on the first line.
Oh my gosh. Defensive breakdown on the Leafs. Pot ban, Felix the Cat. Yep, that's right. Pass it to the other team. Right? Oh! Okay. We're magic. And he's dead. His ancestors felt that. Gone. Out for the period. Has that ever happened? Well, I guess yeah. Of course, this probably happened.
What, got knocked out?
There's probably been like more than often players that have gotten knocked out or a puck to the face where they can't play anymore.
Oh yeah, like Steve Moore was a classic example. He got just like karate chopped in the head. Well, not karate chopped, like baseball batted in the head with a stick. With I forgot who did it now, but Todd Bertuzzi. That sounds about right. Or no, that's Donald Brashear.
OT. We got an OT going on, so first to score, for those of you who don't know, is going to win.
If you don't know how overtime works at this point and you've watched all of this hockey, then I thank you. Oh, for God's sake.
Oh, man, you're dropping left, right, and center here.
Dave Andreychuk.
Dave Andreychuk's getting a penalty.
This just reminds me of the fact that I remember some of these names. Like, there's no good reason why I should remember Dave Andreychuk's name.
I guess hockey was a bigger deal for me back then. Now I don't care too much. But I do remember a lot of these names. Oh, come on, Dougie. See, this is why I don't pass. Okay? That's why I don't pass. Because it never goes to who I want it to go to.
Abysmal goalie.
This game is broken. No, it's not. Oh, yes, it is. No.
That would have been a perfect feat too.
Oh man, come on. No, you know what though?
This game is glitched.
No, it's not glitched. This game is way faster. This is still the best sports game, I think. It is still a little bit flawed, man. There's a little bit of when things get very quick, it feels like the players are thinking too much, like not.
Oh, wow. He did it!
Oh, that's crazy. That's never happened. This is what we would call a TSN turning point, but no, I don't know. I took vitamins today, so I don't know. Maybe
I felt real good on my walk this morning. That's what happened.
I'm gonna beat my own team up for you, okay?
I don't think you can.
So, what is it? So best out of 7?
So we got one more.
So okay, we got one more. We're doing good. Who do we want to see?
Well, I'll go Hartford because we mentioned them once.
Let me. Can I pick?
No,
my guy.
Can't. It's not allowed.
You're
gonna have to read fast.
You got the Sharks.
I don't know if they're very good. All right, you know what? All right, I got the arrow.
When I was a kid, man, I don't know, like, I really loved like the Sharks symbol.
Yeah.
I loved the Chicago Bulls. I loved the Hornets, the basketball team Hornets.
Yeah.
I love the Georgetown Hoyas, the Bulldogs.
So it sounds like you just love teal.
I love mascots. I like the same way that like the Japanese, they love mascots for like, you know, everything.
Picking up litter.
Everything. Like I love mascots. I love a good team logo. That's why I was so upset when the Jays.
Oh, they got rid of
Jays. They're back. They're finally back to, you know,
Birdie the bird.
Yeah, it's just the clean looking bird, the side profile. I was so mad when they made it the T.
Yeah. That was the attitude era of the Toronto Blue Jays.
It looked like a Fisher-Price logo. Like it looked like a kid's thing. It was not good.
With the bird with attitude?
Yeah, it was just, I don't know. I don't know what they were trying to do. I guess, you know, oh, wow. That was good. I guess I'm going to have to beat some of your guys up. Who's number 8?
Jeff Sanderson. I think Jeff. Jeff with a G. Little known fact.
Okay, San Jose. Let's go, boys. You got a shark for a logo.
They were so bad in this era.
A penalty for who?
For me, because apparently, like, I sneezed on your goalie.
It's the code. Oh, that would have been. Can I beat up the ref? Oh, I can't beat up the ref.
I like the fact that you were able to check your players.
Yeah, one you can.
Yeah, when they're in front of the penalty box, you just like.
Why is fighting off? Why haven't we gotten?
Yeah, fighting is off.
Oh, it's off. Okay.
No. Like, sorry, fighting wasn't part of this version. I think they.
It is, but we took it.
No. They got rid of it.
They got rid of fighting.
Yeah, in the NHL PA Hockey '93 was the version that had fighting.
I'm okay with that because the fighting would slow down the game, obviously. But I mean, I want to, dude. I want to check some people now. I'm getting into this game now.
I think
man.
that was one of the conditions for the NHL license was that they removed fighting.
No fighting. Oh, but fighting is a part of the game.
It is, but it's like one of those things that even the NHL on their highlights that they upload to YouTube remove fighting. They don't want blood. They don't want to see people get injured. They don't show big checks.
Yeah, but they show people getting knocked out for the game.
Not on their highlights. Not on the highlight packages that the NHL puts out. If you followed the NHL would have you just based solely on what the NHL puts out. You would think that it was the cleanest sport in the world, and there's no like cross-checking someone into the back. There's no controversy, but of course they're going to promote their league in the best possible light and not like this savage sport with people with knives on their feet punching each other in the face because I don't know you said something bad about the opposite player.
The game's changed though. It's more but it's all defense now, man. I mean, would you agree? Am I wrong in that? I mean, it's all defense. It's like it's no offense. Nobody like it's like the fighting and all that stuff. Nobody, you know.
There was an era of hockey like in the 90s and early 2000s called like the dead puck era, where like a lot of the Stanley Cup winning teams played the trap, where you basically didn't you played like 3-man in the neutral zone, and you prevented the other team from scoring. And then the NHL was like, no, we can't have that. We need more goals because no one's coming to watch our shitty games in, Tempe, Arizona, or wherever.
Well, I feel like, I don't know. I kind of feel like that's what's going on nowadays still. Maybe I'm wrong. It just feels like no one... Are there any bruisers left? Are there any Ty Domies?
No. There's no enforcers, really.
Like
there's Tom Wilson, who sort of fulfills that role of just being like a big meathead. But even Tom Wilson has some decent hands on him.
Yeah, I don't know. It just feels like... fighting is a part of the game, whether whether people like it or not. It's part of the game. There's enforcers who are not good at the game, but they're good at enforcing. They're good at being muscle. So it's like,
even now, some of the star players, like Connor McDavid, that dude throws an elbow.
Does he?
Yeah. He doesn't. He'll fight. He'll stick up for himself. Yeah. Sidney Crosby, there were some highlight packages I think I saw once recently, just hacks a guy's Achilles tendon as he's passing by.
But the thing is, people on those teams would not dare mess with Connor McDavid. Like, that's like if back in the day someone went to go body check Wayne Gretzky.
Yeah,
that's it. Like you can't do that.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, you would get destroyed. Like,
that's partly because that LA Kings team had like a bunch of like meatheads with skates
protecting Gretzky. And I mean, I don't know, man. That to me is more fun. Where it's just kind of like, it's like a war on ice. That's why I stopped watching hockey. It's just I don't know. It's just a different game.
Gary, there's not enough violence in this sport. Can you consider...
Listen, guys,
Dusty was saying a little more violence would be good.
He needs to see some slashes across the face.
You're like Lisa Simpson, after playing hockey. She's just like, hack the bone.
Listen, I want it to be...
Just tie up
I want the gladiator arena, okay? All right?
Just tie people, tie Millhouse to this... up into the net and chuck a bunch of pucks at him.
Listen, man, I just want the entire team. I guess that's why I really love baseball fights. I love seeing the whole team just
like bench clearing brawls.
Just run out and who am I punching?
They just pair off like a Jane Austen novel, start dancing around, thinking they're tough guys.
It's awesome. A lot of I kind of want that from hockey.
Meanwhile, they're all spitting tobacco because I don't know why.
Have you ever chewing tobacco? Have you ever tried it actually?
No, I have never tried chewing tobacco.
I also have not. However, I have heard.
Stay away from chewing tobacco, kids.
Stay away from chewing tobacco. But I've heard.
Go for heroin.
No, I've heard it's dude, it's strong.
I just don't see the appeal of putting.
Because it's like if you're playing baseball, I don't know.
You're just not allowed
standing out there.
You're just not allowed to smoke. That's the thing, right?
You're standing out there. These guys, I guess in the 70s or 60s or what. I don't know when tobacco became like a big thing to do, chewing tobacco in baseball specifically. I don't know when it became a thing, but it's like, I guess, yeah, they had that curb the nicotine thing, and it's like you just pocket it like a squirrel in your cheek.
Yeah.
And you get a buzz, man. Like, it's nicotine, but it's like, it's also like, why would you wanna like get lethargic while you're supposed to be playing? Like, if you're in the outfield, fine, you're not gonna see a lot of action, but I don't know. And then you got a hit after. Like, why would you do that?
I want to know what, like,
most of these guys were also probably doing cocaine too.
I just
so,
want to
whatever.
cocaine.
Ooh, the net's off.
Cocaine was like the thing you gave your baby when like it was misbehaving. It's like, well, just
like 1912.
Just rub a little cocaine in their gums, and that'll fix them good.
Nathan, the baby's crying a little bit too strong tonight.
I'd like
get the cocaine, mod.
I want to hear the conversation with like a bunch of guys who were like, you know, eating steaks right before their games and drinking a beer in halftime. Where it's like, boys, no cigarettes on the field. It's a bad look.
That was all of baseball in the 70s, man, and 80s. Those guys were like, you know, if they weren't like, I guess the 70s in baseball wasn't the era of steroids. It was just drinking and drugs, man. And those guys they were crushing it.
It was the era when, like, at that time,
built differently.
Half of those baseball players, like, they had a favorite horse at the racetracks. Like,
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that's just how they live their lives.
You know, betting on games too, throwing baseball games too, then getting thrown out of the Baseball Hall of Fame. Okay, well that game felt more of like what usually happens, a nice 6-1 defeat.
Yeah.
For where are my guys? I want to beat your team up.
They're
man.
Just so they're so terrible that they went on they took a shower.
This team felt a lot harder to control.
Yeah,
like I felt like I was like all over the place here.
So from now on, the new rule is every time you play a hockey game and you're getting absolutely murked, I'll play it as the Florida Panthers. That's the rule.
Okay. No, you should play the San Jose Sharks because I just played as them and they suck. You had the 3 arrows.
That's true.
So that was best out of 7?
That was best out of 7.
Did I win one?
You won 1.
That's amazing.
I beat you in 5.
Okay. That's great.
Until next time.
Until next time, thank you for watching. We'll see you on the next one, guys. Bye.
Bye.